Brawlers, baby.
I'm a brawler on the mission, defeated, undisputed. I just right hook, don't miss you. Where's my competition? I'm a brawler on the mission, I'm defeated, undisputed. I just right hook, don't miss you. Where's my competition? I'm a brawler on the mission, undefeated, undisputed. I just right hook, don't miss you. I'm the greatest, like Ali, pet power in my punch. Line 'em up, knock 'em down, boy. It's really what you want, I punch you dead in your fronts.
What's up, boxing fans? It's your boy Rick Muhammad, Brawler Sports Media. This is the Brawler Sports Boxing Show. Just wanted to touch base real quick. This whole Devin Haney and Gary Russell ordeal is blowing up really bad now. So as you all know, Bill Haney, Devin Haney's dad, lit Gary Russell Jr. up, stating that, hey, this is the fight you wanted. You got the fight now. He's saying that the DAZN and MatchRoom Eddie Hearn was not interested in a fight with Gary Russell Jr. and the number was $0. As you all know, Devin Haney and his dad came to the decision and said, hey, DHP, Devin Haney Promotions, we have $1.5 million on the table for you, Gary Russell Jr., because the DAZN and Eddie said, no, we're not interested. So Devin Haney Promotions, you know, they got bread. They said, hey, here you go, 1.5 to get in the ring with my son. So Devin Haney, dad, Bill Haney, sent over what we call a term sheet. A term sheet, understand, it's not a contract. A term sheet is just what it says. It breaks down the terms of the fight for both sides, both camps. This is what Team Haney is asking for. This is what we're proposing to Team Russell. And then if both parties agree to that, they come to terms with those terms on that term sheet. And that's how you get the fight done. The term sheet merely states like what networks is airing the fight. Is it going to be Showtime? Is it going to be DAZN? What's the purse bid? What's the purse to Devin Haney? What's the purse offered to Gary Russell Jr.? Is there going to be a rematch clause in that contract, if you will? You know, all the particulars. Where's the venue? You know, is it pay-per-view? Who gets paid what on the back end of the pay-per-view? Concessions, etc., etc., etc. And this is for the fans who don't really understand how boxing works behind the scenes, other than just lacing the fighters' hands up, putting the gloves on, and going out doing what they've trained to do since they were young shorties, if you will. But this is the business side, the business aspect of boxing and how it goes, and so on and so forth. So with that being said, Bill Haney is furious and hot. And basically, he's telling Gary Russell Jr., like, hey, don't bitch out now. You're not getting out of this, buddy. This is the fight you wanted. This is the fight we want. And this is the fight you're going to take. And we're not moving on from this. Hey, you're going to sign this term agreement. You're going to sign a contract. And you're going to get your ass in this ring and take this fight. So basically, Gary Russell was saying, hey, I'm not signing a term sheet until I see Eddie Hearn from MatchRoom Boxing and the representative from the DAZN sign off with their John Hancocks first. I guess he feels like when he see the network signing off and MatchRoom Boxing, because they're a joint promotion company with DHP, Devin Haney Promotions, if you will, then Gary Russell is saying, then I know you guys are serious. This appears to be a legitimate deal that's going to happen and take place. Then I'm on board. As long as I know the other key players that teams up with Devin Haney are all on board for this, you know, this big fight, this mega fight, then I'll sign my portion. And that's kind of understandable. I get what Gary Russell is saying too. This way, you know, it's boxing though, anything can happen. Just because you have everybody's signature doesn't mean the fight cannot fall through. I've seen guys wrap up before the ring walk and a fight was dead in the water for whatever reason. Here's how it works. Fighter Fighter A and Fighter B. Fighter A's wrapped up. He's ready to go. He's getting ready to do his ring walk with his music. Fighter B, all of a sudden, the doctor waves him off in his dressing room saying, hey, time out. His HIV test came back unclear. There's some discrepancies here. That fight will be stopped. The commission will have to follow proper protocol and stop that fight. I've seen it happen. So I understand what Gary Russell is saying too. I also understand what Bill Haney is saying, like, hey, we don't have time for this BS, and you're not running. You know, he's calling Gary Russell a fraud now. You know, you're running off at the mouth, popping off, clapping loud, calling us out, this, that, and the other. And then we make this deal happen, and now you got excuse number 99 as to why you're not going to sign. So basically, sometimes fighters use this as just a tactic to delay. Make no mistake about it. Don't nobody want to see, you know, Gamboa fight Devin Haney. Gary Russell Jr. versus Devin Haney is going to be a much, much more powerful, significant extravaganza of a fight. This will close out boxing strong for the year of 2020. I mean, this will be on a mega fight level, like your Lomo and Lopez fight that's coming up on the 17th of October next month. Gary Russell Jr. versus Devin Haney, that fight must happen before the end of this year. Sometime in December, I'm thinking that fight would take place to close out the year. That would be a hell of a fight. That is a mega fight. That is the fight that the fans want to see. Make no mistake about it. Hell, that fight will be one of the biggest in boxing history if they can get the parties on board. Everybody can like calm down, settle down, get their handlers in order. Okay, Al Heyman, let's do this. Okay, Eddie, whoever represents the zone, which it's probably Eddie too. And let's get this deal done. Let's get it inked. Let's make everybody happy, especially the fans, and make sure that the fighters agree to the terms and that everybody's happy with, you know, what money it is that they get to eat. And that's all I'm saying. But I just wanted to share that with you guys real quick because I thought that was very important and entertaining news to all of my followers and viewers out there. Once again, it's your boy Rick Muhammad, Brawler Sports Media. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, by all means, please do so. That is very critical that you guys sign up and subscribe to my channel. I feel like I deliver pretty good news to you guys. I break things down in layman terms. I understand what I'm talking about when it comes to boxing, if you will. I've been around professional fighters myself, working for them as well, and I manage my own professional fighters as well. So definitely subscribe to my channel. I'll keep you in the know, I'll keep you in the loop, and I'll keep you updated as a follower, as a viewer, as a fan, whatever. Make sure you hit the like button, comment, and share. Once again, it's your boy Rick Muhammad, Brawler Sports Media, and this is the Brawler Sports Boxing Show, baby.
Brawlers, baby.
Brawlers, baby.